This video will give you 5 tips how to buy a plant for your home. Probably if you're watching this video, you already got some plants at home or you just got one from your shop, and guess what? There is nothing wrong about it as long as it keeps you smile, because plants should give us a happiness. So let's begin to the tips before I start talking too much about everything else except the topic. Tip number 1, check your plant needs. This is probably the most boring one and the less interesting, because you just want to jump on having a plant. But think about, are you actually can supply and give the plant everything what it needs? Light, enough water, and the right condition. These days we can buy plants almost everywhere. Aldi, Lidl, your local shop, and garden center. They just got massive explosion of houseplants in the last year or so. But before you're gonna go to the till, all you can do, you can use your phone and search for the information. I know very often in the shops on a plant pot that doesn't say actually, but you can get an app. Before you go to the shop, get an app on your phone to check the name of the plant. I will say most of the plant, they will need bright light. So this is what you want to focus on. You want to make sure you can provide that bright light. Another thing you want to think about is to make sure you will be able to water your plant, maybe not regularly, but when they need. Let's move to the tip number 2. If you're in a shop and you really like the plant, one of the things you want to check, is there any unexpected friends on your plant? Let me grab one. Get that one. The first thing you want to look on your plant is that you're looking under your leaf. Under the leaves, you're looking at the stems and making sure there is nothing growing and unexpected on the plant. I just noticed we've got a new grown. So yeah, that's tip number 2. Very quick one. Check the unexpected friends on your plant. Easy and simple tip number 3 is to look for leaf conditions. If in a shop the plant looks sad, that's mean in probably most of examples it needs watering and they haven't watered. However, it's not always the case. So if you can see any brown, obviously that one, focus on the plant, not on my face. That's a little tiny dot, but this is a little example of over-watered plant. You want to make sure there is no black, dark, browny spots on it. Also, you want to make sure there is no spots underneath. That will tell you the plant probably is healthy or not. And tip number 4 is check the soil. Check the soil at the shop and just put your finger in it and make sure it's not too wet. It can't be wet, it can't be damp wet. If it is, once you're gonna bring your plant to your home, you want to make sure you do not water it until the soil is dry out, because there is a high possibility your plant gonna get ill very quickly. So the best option is just to put your finger in the plant pot and try to find out, is the soil not too wet, not too dry? If it's too dry, that's no problem. You'll just bring your plant home, stick in a bowl full of water, stick in there for a couple hours, maybe overnight. Depends how sad the plant is and how much water we'll need. You basically need to judge when to stop watering. Tip number 5. Got dirty finger from checking the soil. Let me wipe this. So the tip number 5 is you want to make sure once you're buying your plant, and especially when you've got a decorative pot, is the plant actually planted straight in decorative pot, and is there any holes? If there isn't one, that might give you a bit of trouble, so you want to make sure there is a hose. The best option is when you've got a decorative pot and there is a nursery pot in it, because all nursery pots have, obviously my plant needs repotting, but that will wait till spring. You just want to make sure there are holes in your pot, just to give the soil and the roots airflow to dry out better. Without that, you will be in trouble. So you want to make sure you've got holes in your pot. And let me give you the bonus tip. So simple, but everyone keep forgetting about it. So the bonus tip from me for you: when you go into the shop, make sure you buy a good size plant, not massive one, because I don't want you to spend loads of money on it, but good size, not the baby one. If you're not familiar with the plants, I wouldn't go for the baby one unless you will look after it properly. I don't want to judge you. It's happened to me. I bought a baby plant and I probably killed about 3 or 4 of them. So I do recommend to buy a good size, don't know, 6, 7, 8 inches pot, just to make sure that the roots on your plant have well developed root system. That will help you to keep your plant alive a lot longer than you think. Hoping those 5 tips and 1 bonus one, it will help you in your plant journey. If you found that video valuable for you, please click like below. Happy to answer any questions, so if you've got any, please make in a comment. I will answer as soon as possible. And if you're new in this channel, I'm Bea and this is my plant corner, and please subscribe to see more content about the plants. Have a lovely day and I see you next time.